My name is Randy Surratt. I'm 62 years old. I live in Roseville, Michigan. Back in 1998, I was diagnosed with hairy cell leukemia. I have gone through a 21-year journey fighting that disease. Three years ago, I went through a trial study at the NIH, and I received a drug called Lumoxiti. That trial study and the research behind it has put me into a complete and full remission for the past 2.5 years. Prior to my diagnosis, I really didn't have any symptoms at all. My two sons had been normally doing the lawn work. They were tied up in sports activities all week, so I wanted to get it done. I got out front, I made a few passes on the lawn, and I was exhausted, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. They did some tests and things, and I believe it was by Wednesday, they called me and said, "I want you to go straight to the emergency room and don't drive, have somebody drive you." Fortunately, we both have a pretty deep faith in God, and we did a lot of praying about it. It's a very slow-moving leukemia, so they can control it with treatment. But at the time, there was no cure for it. I was in the hospital for 30 days. 7 days of it was for treatment, and then I had about 3 weeks of recovery. My nurses thought I was insane. Our family had a small business. I was the general manager of the company, so I had to run that company for 30 days from a hospital bed. That actually, I think, was great for me because it took my mind off of everything else that was going on. Originally, I was treated with a drug called cladribine. When I recovered from that, I stayed in a pretty good partial remission for a couple of years. And then I had to repeat that again in 2001 and then again in 2003. I could not be treated with that traditional chemotherapy anymore, so they recommended Rituxan. The only problem with it is it's only a temporary fix. So about every 2 years from 2005 all the way to 2015, I was retreated with that. The clinical trial at NIH was great. That place is just miraculous. I went there from March of 2016 through August of 2016, and that put me in a complete and full remission for the first time since my original treatment. The Lumoxiti treatment was more effective than the others. You were treated every other day. You were well enough to leave the hospital on your day off and be able to go out. I really enjoyed being in that trial, and I guess I felt good that it was available because I needed it. But after a while, after it was all done, I really felt honored that I had a chance to participate in it. I say this to people, go to the NIH and you'll see your tax money being spent very wisely. I'm great now. Getting that complete remission gave us an opportunity to make some future plans. Really makes you stop and think and appreciate every day you get. If I could speak to Congress directly, I would tell them to continue to support cancer research and clinical trials and do more. It does a lot of good for people, and I think medically it can probably save a lot of money to get people cured rather than keep treating them.